Boulder you've been rolling about is heavy. No, that's not the issue. Kicking a solid heavy ball with full force is bound to injure pretty much anyone. Other than your healing abilities, you're normal. The ball used in soccer is much lighter and softer. Okay, you get hit in the face with it at like 70 miles an hour from a kick halfway from across the field. It don't feel nice, brother. I should know. Is she honestly listening to my explanation or not? Nin shifts to stand on one leg and wiggles her floating foot. Healed is the correct word, I suppose. Her foot looks to be moving soundly. Toss, hit, then attack and protect. It's a very vague explanation, but I can't do any better. If you ask me, cricket, although it's hard to explain, it's quite easy to understand. Basically, you've got a few fielders, you've got a wicket keeper, and you've got you've got the bowler who bowls the ball, and then the batsman basically hits the ball over the outer ring for 6 points, and if it hits the outer ring while it's on the floor, that's 4 points. And if the wicket keeper catches it, or if the bowler hits the leg before the wicket, it's called an LBW technically, and then that's technically classed as an out. It's kind of easy to understand once you watch it, basically. But yeah, with baseball, it's simply home run, get to first base, get to second, get to third, home run again. Basically, if someone can steal a space, then that's a space stolen, basically, yada yada yada. If it hits a home run on the out of bounds side, then that's out of bounds. So yeah, it's quite easy to understand. They've basically simplified it a little bit better than what we do over here in England. If I carelessly say using our ball, there is a danger of her testing it again. I took this into account, or so I thought, yet Nin lifts the ball with a natural-like face. Please don't. Please don't. No! No! Stop, Nin! Wait, I'm sure I said nothing about what to throw and what to hit. What do you mean baseball? Oh no. By the way, how did you interpret attacking and protecting? That's kind of like dodgeball? Going from here in this situation, considering Nin is the one holding the ball, she attacks, oh shit. In other words, I will be the side the ball is thrown at. No, this is terrifying. No, it's not, dear. Please put down the boulder. I'm sorry, but it's wrong. We're a few people too short to play baseball, for starters. So would you mind giving up the fort and lowering the ball? Telling by her already shaking arms, I can tell I see an okay as she places the ball on the ground. Thank God, I thought I was gonna die. As if suddenly remembering, she rolls the ball, knocking over 6 pins, then returns, holding the ball. Swimming is a sport competing against speed in the water. When I respond, the ball drops from Nin's hands. Would you believe that an awful lot of people before the 1940s couldn't actually swim, and an awful lot of soldiers in World War II actually continued to sail on ships not knowing how to swim? Hard to believe that. Like, you think... I feel like swimming should be an essential skill that everyone has to learn, because Christ, without it, a lot of people die. It's simple, really. You gotta learn how to swim, and you gotta learn about hypoxia poisoning and like the damages of like pressurization that the ocean can do to you if you scuba dive. Like, I talked about this way too much in my youth to not know like the dangers of swimming that come with it. But knowing how to swim is a good start on how to save yourself, really. Well, yeah, I can swim to an extent too, you know.
泳ぐことができるなんて京也はすごいですね。すごい人間です。
Oh, sweet. I'm sure you'll be able to learn how to swim too. Is it really that much of a big deal?
はい、みんな死ぬ時は沈むか浮かぶかのどちらかです。泳ぐ人間はいませんでした。
I would imagine so. The back of my mind falls into darkness as I reply. The water she knows is probably different from the clear ocean and the chlorinated pool water that I'm thinking of. In Nin's mind, maybe swimming is done through dead bodies, not water. Oh, that's an interesting picture. That reminds me, there's not any water in this area. I speak in hopes of glossing over my sunken feelings, but it's also something I've been a little curious about. I have not seen so much as a drop of water since I woke up. Yeah, because we have clouds. You can see clouds in the background. So I'm surprised it hasn't rained either. Even on top of the school, I couldn't catch a glimpse of an ocean or a river. Do you want to bet that where we're standing now is probably bedrock? Although, apart from the buildings back there, just forget about the buildings. This is probably bedrock we're standing on. Well, at one point it was bedrock. You know, because what comes up must come down, you know. I'd be suffering from a dry throat if my body required water. Nin, have you seen rain recently?
最近というよりも、私は死の体験以外で雨を見たことがありません。
I see. So how do you know what rain is if you've never seen it? I don't know how long it's been since she began her purpose, but I'm sure not seeing rain once during that period of time is seriously bad probability. In a sense, I might be considered lucky.
それにしても、スポーツというものはたくさんあるのですね。
What I just talked about is but a little. There are all sorts and
そ
kinds.
れが全部楽しいのですか?
They can be. Yeah, there are a lot of enjoyable ones once you give them a go. While it might not spark someone's interest, hearing about it, it's common that it's fun once actually given a try. Nin has a challenging spirit, knowing no fear. She would probably try just about anything. I'm sure you'd think any sport is fun. You felt bowling was fun, right?
はい。
By habit, she nods with a slight hesitation.
京也も
With me? Huh? What is it?
京也も一緒にできたらもっと楽しいとなるのでしょうか。
Yeah, it would be. It's far from enjoyable as we fight for points and celebrate each other's efforts. It would be great if we could do it one day. We'll play. That is, if this body ever moves. Those thoughts come to mind when I speak and...
では早速やりましょう。
An out-of-place reply comes back to me. Hey, remember my body doesn't move.
はい、知っています。ですが、あなたの体は硬いので、きっと大丈夫です。
What sort of connection is there between my body being solid and having fun bowling? I don't get it. Are you gonna bowl with me? Confused as I am, Nin starts doing something in front of me. Wait, what do you plan on doing?
一緒にボーリングです。
You are not going to use me as the bowling ball. Yeah, I got that. Explain a little more specifically here.
説明します。まず、京也 斜めに置きます。次にこのボールを乗せます。
What?
そうすればボールが転がります。一緒にボーリングができます。
Is this as though I'm being told the steps of cooking? True. The ball might roll being placed on my slanted body. However, isn't it more accurate to say that the ball rolled on me rather than I rolled it?
ダメですか?
She looks at me. And as she looks, she's already begun placing me at a slant. Oh, please dear, don't. You're gonna kill me. She's even gone as far as situating the ball. The ball inches around on top of my body. It's probably from her looking at the pins and lining her aim. Then getting the ball ready to roll, as if she lets go, she asks me
ダメ
again.
ですか?
I just look at her. I'm not sure if this can be called bowling together, but Nin somehow or another wants to be immersed in the feeling of bowling with me. I suppose it's a good thing if I think about it. Alright, let's play.
はい。
Her hand pushes the ball. At the same time, she speaks. The ball, then gaining speed from my body, rolls off, except it seems the ball doesn't take well to my rolling? Not even scratching the pins lightly, the ball curves to the left and continues rolling off somewhere.
今日やすごいですね。とても遠くまでボールが転がっていきました。
Why do I feel like you're taking the piss out of me? It certainly did roll, and it's not stopping. However, this is not a game competing for distance rolled. It should be. This is what bowls is. That's the better game you should be playing for distance. Well, not really. You're meant to be getting them close to the other balls, you know. It only makes picking up the ball from its far off place a pain.
取ってきますね。
Yeah, sorry about that. I feel apologetic after seeing Nin dash off in the direction the ball disappeared. She was the one who rolled the ball, but the reality is it's my body's fault. The ball gained momentum. I already have come to a troublesome body. I wait, entertaining these unknown thoughts for the umpteenth time. Yet, Nin is taking forever to come back. Nin? Be that it may, with all the force I had, I don't imagine it rolling too far. At the very most, it's hiding in some rubble. Nin comes running back, just as I begin worrying something has happened. There is no ball in her hands. Instead, there's what appears to be a metal box.
すみません。見逃していたものがあって時間がかかりました。
Your purpose again.
はい。少し死んでいました。
Okay. Nice. She continues. Then I adjusting the box in both hands.
これを掘り出していたんです。
I dug this up. And that
亡
is?
くなった方が最後に埋めていたものです。中を見ましたが、どういうものなのかよくわからなかったので持ってきました。
I see. An artifact, maybe? I'm not really up for it, but if we were to search for survivors of the family, I'd like some leads. It's probably best to check the contents. Alright, show me what's inside.
はい。
Nin opens the box lid and tilts the box so I can see it easily. I can see something at the bottom, but before that, on the top is Is that a letter? I look hard at the paper. It's lined with row after row of illegible symbols. It's been so long since I've seen words, but being unable to read what's written, it's frustrating.
では、私が読み上げましょうか。
Please. You understand these symbols?
はい。私は死者の最後の言葉を知るために、世界中のどんな言葉もわかります。
Well, that is a very good gift. So that's how it is. She entirely comprehends any country's words of hatred then, bloody hell. That explains why she can't understand, like, certain words like love and kindness. Maybe it's because of the language barrier, I don't know. Apparently, she was truly given a short-sighted knowledge of the world.
ただ、先ほども言った通り、私には意味がわからない単語があるので、それは飛ばして読むことになります。
Okay. That's fine. Read away.
では、読みますね。
She places the box gently at her feet and holds the letter with both hands. I'm putting my into this box, alright? I got this from Grandad. Grandad said that he got it from a friend, and that friend got it from a friend of theirs. Everyone had for this very much. Grandad said this was an extraordinary. This one doesn't lose track. Up above the sky, where no one has seen, the gods tell the true time, and because of that, this will always show what time it truly is. When I asked what is true time, Grandad spoke. He said as long as people do the right deeds, it is the time that continues even now. I didn't really understand what he meant, but a look at it reminded him of the gods above. The gods are still up there, and they still tell us the time. That longing brought him to sadness. That's what he told me. It was something that extraordinary, and so I too will. I will bury it, leave it for now, and pull it out later. Take of it, please, a note to me in the future.
これで終わりです。何か理解できましたか？
Something important was given to that young lad. Yeah, thank you. I don't know if I can say I followed it. Yet there was somehow something that did drift up in my mind. An object that displays the correct time, taught by something from above the sky. A clock tower? It sounds like it could be a radio wave clock that receives information from a satellite. Okay. Would you show me what's in the box with the letter?
これです。
A locket. The object shows me is just that what I was imagining. It's a pocket watch with a numerous button. Judging by the attached rusted chain, someone may have worn it around their neck. You wouldn't mind pushing those pieces sticks out in order, would you?
わかりました。
Nin begins to fiddle with the buttons, one at a time. But there's no response. No good, huh?
何かおかしいのですか？
Yeah. Under normal circumstances, it would start up.
では壊れているのですね。
Nah, I also can't say that. From what I can see, there are no scratches that stand out. Meaning there's a chance it's just a dead battery? It looks like it runs on solar energy, charged by its tiny solar panel. If we wait, the electricity may switch on. Sorry to ask so much, but can you leave that black part in the sunlight?
はい。しかし、これで何かが変わるのですか？
Doing this will start it. Maybe fix it.
わかりました。では、待ちます。
Together, we wait. Seeing some time passes, and the watch gives off a tiny electronic sound. It seems it's designed to turn on automatically once charged to a certain point. The liquid crystal displays illuminate slightly. Then the radio signal icon in the display corner blinks.
何か動いていますね。
It's receiving a signal, possibly. In other words, there's a satellite. Far off in the distance, overhead, it's still in space? Indescribable joy starts gushing forth. Thinking about it, I feel I can slightly relate to the sentiments Grandad had in the letter. Standing at the edge of forgetting a life of civilization and being shown nothing but ruins, making me want to praise a satellite too. Telling the day and time by looking at the watch, he probably would reminisce about day-to-day life, as small as it may have been. That's because I too wait and hope for the time's display.
今日や、点滅が終わりましたよ。
Yeah, it has. The icon for a signal vanishes, and numbers slowly emerge in the liquid display. According to the watch, it's currently 8:28.30 hours. Okay. The date is April the 9th. And the year, by Western calendar, is... The year is 4518. Holy shit, that's a long time. Huh? What in the world is this?
今日や、
I don't know these numbers. The watch has gone haywire. This is crazy. To display this year, over 2,000 years in the future? Nin, something is off. This is
違
wrong.
うのですか？
Yeah, from my memory, it's off by over 2,000 years. Could this be true? Is the watch really what's off here? Well, I have had an unsettling feeling this entire time. Could the world have fallen to ruin in under a year? In that little time, could destruction spread throughout the world this badly? Less about such thoughts. Maybe I should consider I'm the one off here. Hey, Nin, roughly how long has passed since you started your purpose?
わかりません。
It doesn't need to be exact. Has the sun risen more than 365 times?
はい。もっと多く登りました。
The world was already in ruin when you began your purpose, correct?
今の状態を滅びたというのならばそうなります。
Then is it okay if I ask one more time? This place, on this earth, does it rain? Have you physically seen water? Is there an ocean?
私は実際の水を見たことはありません。雨もおそらく降りません。現在、海はありません。この地球に水はありません。
No water on Earth. Want to go explore the Mariana Trench? I'm actually interested to see what's down there. Well, nothing now, everything's dead. I see. I scan the surroundings once more. Everywhere the land is dry. No water, no moisture. There are clouds, but by no means will it rain. Well, what if the Earth truly has become such a planet? Why am I talking like Kermit the Frog? Earth was a blue planet, narrated by David Attenborough, the legend that is. The surface was made up of 70% water. Earth was blanketed. Hello, want a kiss, boy? Mwah. He just came up and kissed me, bless him. Good boy. Oh, fuck, he's stupid. Oh my god. The blue of the ocean even had been called a water world. All of that water vanished. The long years didn't slip away in all that, did they? Until I woke up in that place. What malarkey. How long was I out for? Ugh. The word cold sleep drifts into my mind. It's the method of freezing a body, putting it into a suspended sleep, and reviving it in the distant future. What if that had been performed on me? Not knowing anything, the transformation of the world, being dressed in a power suit, making up for my weak body. Is there no explanation that comes with all of this? Oh, an explanation does come with all of this. That means while I was out, everyone did die, didn't they? So, there's no one left then. My family, friends, those I know, all of them gone. Even those who know me, they're gone. Did they all go in the years long past? Hey, Nin, what should I do from now on?
あなたは他の生物を探すと言いました。
Her words shower down on me as if asking why I'm saying this now. Turning my gaze toward her voice, I can see her ever-present emotionless eyes. Searching for living things is whatever now. I give up.
なぜですか?
You even said it, didn't you? Nothing is living. Not anymore. A waterless, devastated world. We're talking about someone living in that world. Anything living in that world. Water is the source of life. The absence of water becomes the absence of life. It's just pointless to search. Nin stands after I speak, then stares down at me.
そうですね。神様は動植物は皆死んだとおっしゃっていました。そして神様がおっしゃることはすべて間違っていないのだと私は思います。
Yeah, I guess so. That's right. All of it, I guess. Maybe a ridiculous war did happen, just as God said. And maybe humanity did turn the earth into this.
そうです。神様は正しいのです。正しいはずなのです。しかし、私は少しずつわからなくなってきました。
What are you not sure of?
私は知りました。あなたは生きています。生物が存在しないはずの世界で、あなたは生きています。私と言葉を交わします。私に様々なことを教えてくれます。あなたは意志を持っています。私はそれを生きているのだと考えます。
Thanks. It's true. I do speak, and I do have a will. I could be living. But what is there to say about that? What am I if I'm living?
あなたは以前言いました。自分と同じように生きている人間がいるはずだと、その通りだと思います。あなたが生きているのですから、あなたと同じ形で生きている存在がいてもおかしくありません。
Are you saying other people like me in this shape? Water and food are needless, even after waking from a long slumber. Such an existence, other than me? Could there be?
はい、可能性はあります。もしもそうなら、きっとあなたと同じで動くことができないのです。そしてあまりにも動かないので、神様も生物ではないとお考えになられたのかもしれません。
Well, that sounds quite pious of him, doesn't it? That's true. It's not possible to move. If there's someone, there is a chance they are sitting motionless, just like me, doing nothing, just like me. If that really is true, that person could be feeling an intense loneliness, just as I did when I was in that room. Not a sound, not a person. They would be alone in an unchanging world, knowing fear, and only that fear, gradually becoming paralyzed. They would be losing willpower, little by little. Is that not death in itself? Doesn't that make me their killer? Will I abandon that life? Possibly out there?
今日やどうしますか？
Well... Nin stares at me, eyes fixed. As always, not a speck of emotion in those eyes. Or maybe I just can't see it. Nin does have feelings, and she does have her own mind. She lives even while in death. Above anything else, standing here is a human, one that once had a life. When I think about it like this, there is still hope. I want to go on. I won't give up searching for people. Therefore, will you keep carrying me? Sorry, I'm stretching my back. There we go. I speak, and her hands extend out to me.
はい、わかりました。
My view then shakes.
私はあなたを運びます。あなたがもういいと言うまでずっと運びます。
Well, hello, lads and ladies. Unfortunately, I have to come here to tell you that the series is ending, unfortunately. It just gets very heartbreaking here from out. I honestly felt like this was probably the right thing to do, really. The series would have been too long and it's way too heartbreaking. So, I'm sorry, everyone.